Claire imagined her parents looking as young as she was. Not sure how to take such information. I doubt it'd be that severe, Claire thought to herself. So, Claire, how's your crafting going? Candace asked, moving away from the previous topic. Being asked about her skills, Claire had to fight back a sigh. Her eyes rolled to look at Hannah, who had an insufferable grin on her face, as though finding the question to be humorous. Sensing her younger sister's hesitancy to answer the question, Candace looked to Hannah. What? Is it going bad for the two of you? Little sis, don't feel too bad if it's taking you longer than you expected. Picking up a new skill takes time. Brooke began to move closer to Claire, as if to comfort her. Hannah shook her head as her shoulders shook. She was covering her mouth, trying to hold back the giggles. Both Candace and Brooke looked confused by Hannah's expression, considering both Claire and Hannah were such close friends. Sighing, Claire understood that she had to clear up the misunderstanding before it got any bigger. Noticing that Claire was about to say something, both Candace and Brooke directed their attention to Claire, hoping to get some answers to their sister's strange behavior. Grudgingly, Claire said, "We're actually doing a decent job making weapons. Currently, making throwing daggers is what we're focusing on since adventurers use them so often." The twins nodded their heads, listening to what Claire was saying, but hoping for more of an explanation. The thing is that I'm not as good as Hannah is when it comes to forging weapons, Claire said with hunched shoulders. She looked down at the floor in embarrassment. There was a moment of awkward silence before Candace asked, "That's it?" Raising her eyes to look at her sisters, Claire saw that the twins had a disbelieving expression. Hannah was still giggling. "We thought it was something serious." Brooke shook her head. "That's why it's so funny," Hannah managed to say. "We're actually doing pretty decently, considering how long we've been doing this. But Claire seems to let her skills bother her." "I'm not that bothered by it," Claire defended herself, feeling such comments were undeserving from Hannah. Turning away from Claire as though not wanting to deal with such matters, the twins focused on Hannah. "It's smart that the two of you are focusing on making throwing daggers," Candace said in a congratulatory voice. "Yeah, you can't imagine how often we see teammates or other groups use throwing daggers, even if they've selected pistols or rifles," Brooke added. "It's actually a pretty handy weapon to have due to how versatile it is." Claire stared at the three girls, not believing what was happening in front of her. Candace's eyes caught the hurt expression on Claire. "Don't be like that. The two of you are doing a good job, so stop being a baby. It's not like you can be automatically great at everything you do. I mean, you're not us." Brooke grinned and nudged her twin. Grinning back, Candace nodded at the comment. Seeing that she wasn't going to get any sympathy, Claire put aside her current thoughts. They aren't wrong, her inner thoughts reminded her. At some point, we're hoping to change things up and go after full-size weapons, like swords and axes, Hannah said. We're just making throwing daggers at the moment, considering how many guild points we can pick up. Candace moved over to Claire and grabbed her younger sister's arm and dragged her closer. Seeing that Candace was trying to get her to cheer up, Claire said, "We'll likely end up getting people to continue making the throwing daggers while we move to the more advanced stuff. That way, we can continue to purchase inventory. There's also the raw goods that we make, which we can sell once we ramp up the production," Hannah continued. With the number of income streams we are developing, it shouldn't be too long before we begin developing a brand.